So after Brunei, it's Cambodia for the Ascals. And let's go back a little bit of history. Back in September last year, 0-0 against they're quite a lowly ranked team. At the moment, they're 186 in the world. They're a little higher before. What went wrong last time? September last year.
I think nothing went wrong. It was just we had our chances for the match. We weren't just able to convert. Should have won 1-0, but Patrick's shot was denied by the post. I think that was just Weiss was experimenting during that time with the lineup, and that also paved way for the win against Singapore a few days after that match.
Okay, and then yeah, because they didn't do very well in the Suzuki Cup qualifiers. I think they got completely whitewashed in that. All their games they lost. Even Brunei beat them 3-2, and for that to happen, for Brunei to beat you, you know something's gone wrong given Cambodia's status. They were one of the best minnows. Philippines were always competing with Cambodia. Given how much that they've dropped, what should we expect from Cambodia?
I think we will not see the Cambodia that gave us a disappointing match against that. So we will still win, I think, but it will still be not as much as we expect it to be.
Okay.
Cambodia was one of the teams that that the fans must have said, it's going to be an easy win back then. I don't. Many fans will still think that way this coming Sunday, but I'm not having. My hopes are not as high.
Okay. Yeah, Cambodia really have something to prove at the moment. They've dropped so much, and they lost their last 5 games after that 0-0 draw. Do you think that's going to be something to do with it? Do you think that they're going to be looking out for almost like with something to prove, or will the morale have dropped too much?
Still, knowing them as a team and basically all other teams, they always look to bounce back from their setbacks. Let's see what happens on Sunday. If ever they can take a result or even win against us, but we'll see.
Okay. And this as the little side note, obviously we've mentioned a couple of times about how they first apparently withdrew from the competition citing financial concerns, and then all of a sudden they're back in it, nothing's said, maybe something a little bit under the table, something's going on there. What's really going on? It seemed to disrupt a little things, because we had a lot of reports that they couldn't be in the competition. They didn't have the money for that. Do you think that might have affected things in any way?
I don't think so. Knowing the national team that always try to prepare, it's just maybe the federation, the Cambodia Federation may have done something, decide them not to join, but on the other hand, thought twice and think, like, it's still our best chance. We might get a result. Let's take a risk and play the match.
Especially with that loss against Brunei, they've got a lot to prove in terms of they are, I suppose, the best minnows in the region. That was a title the Philippines used to try and win, the best minnows in Southeast Asia. Now Cambodia want to get back there, because the Ascals have graduated from that. If we're looking at the players to come in for the Cambodian game, will it all be based on the Brunei game, the Brunei result? The first 11 looks really fixed there, but is there anyone in particular we're looking at for that game against Cambodia?
On the Philippine side, Cambodia?
Yeah, Philippine side.
I think for the Philippine side, we will be looking at. I think Weiss will stick to the lineup that he's going to put forward for the Brunei match.
Okay.
But at the end of the half, I think we might see. Well, it all depends on who's going to be the keeper. There's Mueller and then there's Neil Etheridge. Will Mueller have some playing time? Will Neil be starting, or will he come in the second half? That we still have to find out.
Yeah, what would your opinion be on that? How would you try and... Because you got 2 goalkeepers, 2 quality goalkeepers vying for the position. Neil's always had that position, and now Roland's challenging that. He's a very good keeper in his own right. How would you try and appease that situation? Because they both want to play, they both want starting time, of course they do. How would you try and work through that?
Well, if I were Weiss...
Yeah, yeah. Kumari lang.
So, first let's see how the Brunei match goes.
Mm-hmm.
The most diplomatic way would be to do what Vice did long time ago. Not long time ago.
Last year against Indonesia.
Yes. Where Mueller started, and then Neil came in the second half. But I don't think one of them was pretty happy about it. So I think giving them both playing times would be good. Well, both players would be happy, but depending on their I think the decision should be based on their on performance. Well, Mueller has that challenge.
Okay.
To perform well in the Brunei match.
And would you agree with that? If Mueller performs well, he should keep the #1 jersey.
Well, maybe, but it's been a while since we last saw Neil play. I think the last time we saw him play was against Kuwait in October.
Yeah.
I think
There's been a couple of red cards since there's been the suspensions. Yeah.
And add to that, he'll be missing the first match against Brunei.
Yeah.
For me, I want to see him play. I want to remind the people that you're still Neil. He's still the #1 keeper. Still a lot to prove for himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And just finally, we've got we haven't talked about Stefan Trock yet. He's playing in the highest level of football. Playing against Bayern Munich, we've been told, I've not seen the footage myself, maybe you guys have, about he was keeping Ribery quiet the game. And how much are you guys looking forward to seeing Schrock in action for that?
Very much. He's basically, aside from Neil, he's also one of the players who we miss the most. He can terrorize the defense from the right wing. He can also send some mean crosses towards the box that could provide the goals.
Yeah, it's a new position for him in terms of the Ascals. Normally he's played in the middle of the park with battling and determining the tempo of the game. He's comfortable with the right back. How different do you think it's going to be to see him as a right midfielder?
I think seeing him at the right midfielder is going to be just fine. I think as right midfielder, he can support up front.
Yeah.
I think he will have lots and lots of chances at scoring his own goal.
Okay.
I think we might even see him at the sheet. He might score 1 or 2.
Okay.
Perhaps, hopefully. We'd love to see that.
Yeah. Let's hope so. Schrock's obviously a fantastic player, quality player. And we've really got to look at the squad and think how things can progress, anticipating how exciting this could be, because this could well be the best Ascals team that has been out there. If Javier Patino performs as well as he can, and Schrock does, if everyone performs well, then this could be great for Philippine football. So you can follow us at FTW Sports. We'll give you more updates on the Cambodians as they come in. Check out Kimboli. He's a decent striker that they have there. He's the one that the Philippines are going to have to keep quiet there. So follow us at FTW Sports for more info there.